you're not doing enough work on yourself. If you were doing enough work on yourself, you would be like me. You wouldn't have any intense emotions. Okay, that was a complete joke, but that was an example of something that someone said to me. And it came from a place of their trauma and their spiritual ego. Now, when we are someone that is obsessed with personal development and the inner work and the psyche and all of those things, past version of me that didn't know any better took this on and thought I shouldn't have intense emotions because this person who I'd put on a pedestal was so high and mighty, and my aim was to be like her and be neutral in all situations. But the reality was this was all a facade anyway. And what I have come to learn, and through becoming a trauma-informed coach, is it is not the intense emotions that are the problem. It is allowing the intense emotions that is the problem, and having practices to move through them. True emotional intelligence. And as somebody who loves the inner work, the other thing I will share with you is we can sometimes get so fixated on doing the inner work, on doing the shadow work, and expecting our reality to change. Don't get me wrong, your reality will change. However, you need to be taking the aligned action. The inner work is feminine, the aligned action is masculine, and you need both of these. And what 2025 is calling you to do is to take the aligned action. Remember, courage, from the heart. Courage comes from the heart. And getting the feminine receiving of what your vision is, where you're heading, what your heart is calling you to do, and then the masculine embodiment of being, doing, taking that action and putting that out into the world, whilst regulating your emotions, whilst having the emotional intelligence to move through what is happening to you. This is what is going to shift you forward into. And this year, the energy is much more supportive of you stepping into that place. So some really quick practical tips that I would say in this space, if this is resonating, is think about what practices you have to move intense emotions through you. Do you have somatic practices? Can you do breath work? Can you do a somatic meditation? Can you do a rage practice where you punch and hit and throw pillows? Whatever that is for you, giving yourself that space. When I was going through healing my PMDD and having some really intense emotions and working with my dark feminine, I was giving myself at least 5 minutes every day for a somatic release practice. So sometimes that was breath work, sometimes it was punching a pillow, sometimes it was like having a scream into a pillow, some kind of somatic movement to move that through you. And the inner work is important, the somatic work is important, and whilst doing that, taking steps, moving, literally as my feet are moving right now, moving forwards as embodiment of that future version of you. Because the reality is we're going to have intense emotions, but it's how we move through them, move through, let it go, and then move into who we're meant to be, what we're meant to be doing, and the impact that we are here to have in the world.